Buenos días a todos. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we welcome you to the second plenary session of our International Congress in Combustion and Fire Dynamics. To begin with, it's an honour for me to present the authorities presiding over today's session. Professor Carlos Gómez-Sal, Vice-Chancellor of Research and Knowledge Transfer for the University of Cantabria, and Emeritus Professor of the ETS Aeronautical Engineering, Madrid Polytechnic. Dr. Amable Liñán Martínez, Príncipe de Asturias, Prize winner, and President of the Spanish section of the Combustion Institute. Also forming part of the Presidential Board for this session, the President of the APICI, Dr. Aurelio Rojo Garrido, and Professor Jorge Capote, Director of the GIDAI Group. In this plenary session of the International Congress, we would like to pay a well-earned tribute to some of the people who have contributed with their research, their loyal and disinterested support to the research achievements of the GIDAI Group. The following doctors have been awarded this distinction: Professor Carlos Fernández Pello, Dean of the University of Berkeley; Dr. José Luis Torero, Director of the BRE; Dr. Charles Fleischmann from the University of Canterbury, New Zealand; Dr. Francisco Jiménez Pérez from the University of Córdoba; Dr. Paulo Piloto from the Bragança Polytechnic Institute, Portugal; Professor Guillermo Rein from the University of Edinburgh; and Dr. Aurelio Rojo, President of the APICI. The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Cantabria, Professor José Carlos Gómez-Sal, will now present the awards. Ya podemos empezar. The first award goes to Professor Fernández Pello. Professor Fernández Pello also serves as the Associate Dean in the Graduate Division of Berkeley, where he oversees graduate university programs. His research interests are in combustion, heat and mass transfer, microgravity combustion, micro and mesoscale combustion, ignition and flame propagation. Professor Fernández Pello has experience in dozens of research projects with more than 400 published papers and book chapters. During his academic career, he has advised many students, more than 19 PhDs, 45 masters, and numerous undergraduate students and teacher assistants. The next award goes to Professor José Luis Torero. Professor José Luis Torero is a Professor in Fire Safety Engineering at the University of Edinburgh. He is Fellow of the Royal Academy of Engineering since 2010 and Royal Society of Edinburgh since 2008. He presently holds the BRE REE Chair in Fire Safety Engineering and is head of the BRE Centre for Fire Safety Engineering. The next award goes to Professor Charles Fleischmann. Professor Fleischmann started using fire models in 1985 as an undergraduate at the University of Maryland. He continued his fire modeling research with early zone models at the University of California during his graduate studies. He is now an associate professor at the University of Canterbury in fire engineering, where he continues his research on the validation of computer fire models. Next up, Professor Jiménez Pérez, Professor in the Department of Forestal Engineering at the University of Córdoba. Professor Jiménez Pérez has been President of the Spanish Association of Fire Laboratories and Expert Projects Consultant for the European Union. Thank you. The next award goes to Professor Rain. Professor Rain is lecturer in mechanical engineering and member of the Royal Academy of Engineering. Trust Senior Research Fellow at the University of Edinburgh. His research is focused on reactive solid materials and their role in global energy and environmental problems. He has been prolific at publishing work and versatile at winning funds to support his research. He has been a consultant for industry since 2001 with clients in the USA, UK, Spain, Belgium and Korea. We seem to have jumped one award. Professor Piloto. Professor Piloto is member of the research unit for numerical methods in mechanics and structural engineering. He is now Professor of Applied Mechanics at the Department of the Polytechnic Institute of Braganza. His research activity in protection of structural elements is subjected to fire conditions. He is member of the editorial board of the Portuguese Journal for Experimental Mechanics, member of the Executive Council of the Portuguese Society for Experimental Stress, and member of the board auditor of the Portuguese Society for Theoretical, Applied and Computational Mechanics. And next, Dr. Aurelio Rojo. Dr. Aurelio Rojo started his career in Bazan Naval Constructions in 1979. In 1981, he joined the Metro de Madrid, where he has held a number of positions, including Director of Operations, Assistant Director to the Managing Director, Director of External Projects. In 2001, he was named General Secretary of Alamis, and in 2010, he was appointed President of the APICI. Okay, that brings us to the end of this session. There will now be a brief pause of 5 minutes while we prepare the stage for the first speaker of today. Habrá una pausa de 5 minutos para preparar la entrada para el primer ponente. Muchas gracias.